Hello, it's Felicia coming to you from my home office slash schoolroom. I'm going to do a series of videos, and this is actually going to be the first one. I am such a good videographer. I'm going to do these uncut, unedited, because honestly, editing takes so much time. And right now, as a homeschool mom who tutors two classes, both foundations and essentials, I don't have a great amount of time. My schedule's pretty strict because I am tutoring two classes. I have certain days that I have to do certain things, and if I don't get those things done in those certain days, well, that just makes for an awful Sunday night because I'm running around trying to get things completed that I should have already done. So I try to adhere very quickly to my schedule, and for that reason, this is uncut and unedited. Edited. Before I go any further, though, I do want to ask you, if you like the videos that you're seeing on my channel, if you would subscribe, and if you'll hit the bell, then YouTube will notify you every time I have a video, and you will not want to miss these. They're like so exciting. I am three things. I am sold out for King Jesus, a lover of the Lord, sold out on crazy, on fire for Christ, one. I am the wife of one man who is also sold out, on fire, a lover of Jesus, so much so that it makes his love for me that much better because he loves the Lord so much. And three, I am the mother of a mind of Christ, beautiful daughter, and excited and honored to be able to homeschool her. And that's who I am. I am a Christian who's married to a Christian who's raising a Christian child. And we use classical conversations as our curriculum. And forgive me, I'm looking around because I had what I needed in my hand and now it's missing. I was requested to do this video with regard to essentials specifically. How do we keep it? How do I do essentials at home? So because that question is loaded with so much information, I thought I would just divide it into sections. And the first section would be my schedule. What do we do at home? What does my schedule look like? And I told you already that I tutor both foundations. I have 8 good-looking young men, age 8 and 9, that I tutor for foundations. And then I have, 9 good-looking young men, 8 and 9. And then I have 8 beautiful essential princesses that I tutor for essentials. So it's so cool. I get my boy groove in the morning and my girl groove in the evening because I've got 2 different groups. It's really cute the way the director set it up, and I really love her for doing that because it's a blessing. I love it. Okay, let's not digress any further. All right, you have got to be kidding. Hold one moment, okay? Of course, the phone rings when I'm doing my video, but that's okay. I'm not going to blurb it out because I'm not editing this video. All right, back to my schedule. Let me show you. I'm a bullet journaler by heart. I love to bullet journal, but I also love the Happy Planner. And I've been bullet journaling in my Happy Planner since I discovered Happy Planner, which was about a year or 2 after I started bullet journaling. So I would say it's been about 3 or 4 years since I've been about 3 years since I've been happy planning, and 4 years since I've been bullet journaling. So I've got my own personal happy planner, which I plan in. And this is not what this video is about, but I'm going to show it anyway. I plan in this and I bullet journal in this. The reason why I like using the Happy Planner system is because if there's one thing I don't like doing when I bullet journal, it's making the calendars, the weekly, the daily spread, and the monthly spread. That's why I use the Happy Planner. In my Happy Planner, there's a section for bullet journaling in the very front. The front half is bullet journaling. The back is happy planning. And I work them both together. I'm not going to show you that. That's another video. If you're interested in seeing how I incorporate these two together, make a comment below and I'll be happy to do a video on that. But it's not a pretty sight though, because I'm not artistic. And I even Bible journal. I'm not artistic there either, but there's a way to get around that. So I said all that to say this. I use my Happy Planner for my babies, as for my homeschool planner. This cover specifically came from a cheap planner I got last year. at Target's Dollar Spot. It was a little paper planner. It was about that thick. I used those pages and I put them in one of the ARC planning systems, which is what Happy Planner uses. And of course, you can get your ARC discs and whatnot from many locations, but I personally like Staples. So I took this off of last year's planner and I just taped it on the front of my Happy Planner, the front, the little plastic hard part. And I use this as my baby's planner. I also will recycle plastic folders, and that's what this is. This is my little current week tab, and I put it where I need it. And if you look in there, you'll notice it's very manual. The numbers are manual. I bought the cheapest little Happy Planner I could, and throughout this book, I've had to manually write in the months, the week spread, because I didn't know how I wanted it. I figured out what I liked, and that's why you're seeing all of this right here. For example, we do devotions in the morning, followed by math, spelling, foundations, essentials, and IEW, which is the writing. I don't do it in that order, but that's the order that it's in my planner for her, because that's how I just note it. And just to give you an idea, my grading scale is as such. She either gets an A or she's not finished. I got that from Andrew Pudewa, who is the developer of Institute for Excellence in Writing. I love it. It works for me. I do that in math. We use teaching textbook. She either gets an A or she's not finished. We do it over and over until it's finished. And actually, I use Andrew Pudewa's Institute for Excellence in Writing Phonetic Zoo, which is our spelling program, and it follows that same concept. You do the same spelling test over and over again until you get an A twice. Actually, until you get 100 twice. Then you go on. And I love his understanding of why he does that. It is a fabulous, his thinking process makes so much sense, especially with regard to the English language. You know, spelling is very abstract. The rules, some words don't follow the rules. The rules are in place, but there are some words that don't follow any of the rules that are in place. So it's just really so abstract, it's hard to learn traditionally. And I love it. I love the fact that my daughter does a spelling test every week, or no, every day. And she will do that same test day after day after day until she gets 100 one time. She'll take it again. She has to get 100 twice. And most of the time she gets 100 the first time. And the very next day she takes it, she gets 100 again. That is happening after probably 5 to 6 repeaters of that same spelling test. And then we go on to the next list. It works great. And then every 5th list in the series, you can incorporate your own words. So that's when I add Institute for Excellence Writing into the spelling test. Every 5th list will incorporate the vocabulary from Institute in Excellence in Writing. That's how I do it. I love it. It works for me. My daughter is an A student. That's all I can tell you. Okay, now back to Essentials and IEW. This is very big. This is a big picture because this is the first video. There'll be more in videos to come with regard to how I actually implement. But I want to share with you how I do this, what I do. I created a loop schedule. The loop schedule, this is just a cute little visual of my loop. This assures that I get everything done. The big ticket items, for example, these things in the middle of what I have to do daily. Devotions. God is at the forefront of everything we do. So we do devotions Monday through Friday, and then every night before we go to bed. So devotions is what we do first. She basically does her Bible reading, and I will read it out loud, or she'll read it, or I'll let it be read by an audio recording, and we'll talk about it. Boom. Then there's English. That's going to be your IEW, the essentials of the English language. This is the main thing. Here's one of the main things. That is a loop schedule, because that shows exactly what I need to do in order to accomplish English. Okay? Then followed by math, then spelling, and then you have writing. Math is very simple. We use teaching textbooks. It's a lesson a day, clear cut, boom. Spelling, it's a lesson a day. Phonetic Zoo is what we used. Clear. And then, of course, writing. Writing has its own loop. Within writing, keyword outlining, retelling, first draft, adding dress-ups, final draft. I'm going to do a video on how I implement both of these loops. One for grammar, one for Institute for Excellence in Writing. And I currently have a video on how I set up my daughter's binder, how we prepare to go to our community day, etc. These two specifically is what I'm focusing on today with regard to the plan. So there's my loop. Some of these extra things, like my daughter's going to take typing next year, starting in January. We're going to add a typing course. Currently, with regard to writing, she has to write every essay. I don't do there's no 2-finger jack typing in this house. No. She has to write every essay, and she has to write it all in cursive. She's been writing in cursive since she was in kindergarten. So this is required in my house. In fact, I'll tell you honestly, she taught herself how to write in script, print, because I did not teach her print. We started with cursive. That's all she did. When she started writing in print, I didn't like it because uppercase letters were in the middle. She only did it because that's what her friends were doing. A lot of kids do not know how to write in cursive. And, even as a homeschooler, there's peer pressure, and it's abstract, or not abstract. It's not on purpose. It's just being around kids. Kids write in print. She wants to do what they're doing. Boom, she writes in print. Because she didn't know the rules of engagement, her print was interesting. It is noun proper because I've taught her, as I've seen it, capital letters do not go in the middle of a word. Formal names should be in a capital letter, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of these rules also apply to script. So anyway, that's the rules of engagement in my house with regard to writing. It's all in script, cursive. All right, now, this is my overall loop. And this loop is not this is just me being artistic. It goes in my homeschool planner. Do not dare do that. No, you cannot get anything in there right now. So this goes in my homeschool planner, the one that I showed you with the red cover. I pulled it out just to show you what it looked like. Here's what I use for a daily task. And this is ugly. I have another copy of it in my planner. In fact, I'll show you it. I'll pull it out. Nope, I won't. I'll show you it at another time. This is what I use daily. On each day, you see exactly the tasks that she is required to complete on each given day. Today is Tuesday. Let me share with you what we completed today. Tuesday, Bible, that's the reading, 20 minutes. I estimate the amount of time it's going to take for her to do each task. Essentials of English Language charts. We do 15 minutes of charts. She writes them on a dry erase marker. They're in her binder automatically. And her binder is divided by days or by the weeks. So in the binder, you see the charts. She sees them. She rewrites every one. In the week, she'll rewrite as many as 5, 6 to 10 charts. And then we also go over the rules. I do these manually. Those are the rules that are on the editing exercises, the back page. We just recite them. I recite them. She echoes me, and that's it. Then she has to do IEW. She has to retell. On Monday is our CC day. Most of the keyword outlining is done at the community. I'm her essentials tutor. On Tuesday, she has got to retell that. I use a recording. I use my phone to record her retelling it. She looks at the keyword outline, one line, and then she puts her eyes up and she recites in my phone that sentence or sentences for that line item, whether it's the topic or line item 1 through 7. We also will do the brainstorming 30 minutes that day. On Tuesday, she has to do her teaching textbooks math, and it takes about 30 minutes. That is Tuesday. And then the next thing we do is phonetic zoo, which is a spelling test, which is about 20 minutes. And then for excellence and essentials in the English language, she does the editing exercise in that. That's on Tuesday. Here's why. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, for EEL, she will do 1 sentence per day. And one of those 3 days, I think I've got 2 sentences are done on Wednesday. And then there's 1 on Thursday and 1 on Friday. That way she gets all 5 sentences done. Then she has new grammar. That's foundations. We review the foundations really quick. She's got one of the mini books, and she will do her foundations review. Foundations review happens each day. Tuesday through Friday, because of course she does it in community on Monday. And then last but not least, I think that is it. Oh, she has to choose her topic, which she's going to present on in her master's foundations class. On Tuesday, we choose that topic. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she's either writing a paper or getting her supplies together so that when Monday comes, she's got her topic and everything that needs to go with it ready. So that's just an overview. This is what I have, and I move this page to each week because this is what I look at to determine what she has to do. In the mornings, on Sunday, or on Monday or Tuesday, sometimes I end up doing it each morning before school starts. I will rewrite this in my teacher notebook, in this homeschool notebook, so I can check it off. This is an overview, which is a picture of the loop in a format that I can clearly understand when I'm in my school day working the homeschool. So this is what I do. And as you can see, I had to edit. All these diagonal words are edits. I got it all. I saw no need to fix it to make it all pretty, because it's really just for me. What I do want to do eventually is to laminate it, and I may do it over before I laminate it. But right now, this works great. I open it up for each week. I move it when I move this to show the current week. I literally sit these on top of one another in my planner on the week that we are currently in for school. And just to give you an example, here is the current week. Today is Tuesday. This is Monday. This is what we did at CC. Boom. So anyway, that's what we did at CC. This is Tuesday. Look at the checks. Those checks tells me that those are things that have been done. My daughter is in 6th grade. She's not independent, and I don't want her to be independent. I'm in the schoolroom with her. When she's doing independent work like math and spelling, then I'm doing what I need to do, or I step out and start cooking dinner. But I'm always very near her because I'm still her teacher. If brick and mortar school students have a teacher with them from pre-K all the way to 12th grade, why do I think that because my child is homeschooled that she needs to be independent? She's in 6th grade. She's getting more independent with each day, but her teacher, me, I'm always near, because if she ever has a question, my goal is to give her the opportunity to be successful in learning the information she needs to learn to graduate. So it's not a leave her and go off and do what I want to do or go off and rest. That's not how I homeschool. I'm right there with her, or I'm right in the next room. She can always see me just by virtue of proximity with where she is in our homeschool room. That's how we do it. And this is the core. I do this every year. And this is how I based my homeschool. When January comes and I add typing to the mix, I'll put it in there. And just to give you some idea, with regard to PE, my husband and I are pretty fitness buff. My daughter has a Fitbit. She actually should be wearing it now, but she's not. We work out formally 2 nights a week. She also dances not 4 nights, 4 classes in dance, 2 one night, 2 another night. We are very much into physical fitness. So although it is not on the schedule, that's because it happens after the homeschool is done in the evenings when we go to fitness or when I take her to dance. It's a wonderful life homeschooling. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit that notification so you're not missing any of the videos. And until we meet again, don't forget, look for your Selah moments. Pause, ponder, and praise the Lord. Because you know and I know He's been good to you. I'll see you soon. Shalom, shalom.